Hello, welcome to my Pick 3 Class family and first time viewers. Today we're doing the strategy predictions for December the 30th. Whew, the year is getting by us. It's gone. It's gone. All right, couple more days. And here at Pick 3 at a Glance, we take 22 numbers and do the 1-1 rundown on 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, we have all, and make 22 columns, we have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations at a glance. That's why I call it Pick 3 at a glance. Also, that's why I say with a home and no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no flips, and no multiple different rundowns that you have out there. You can have 999 different rundowns because you can use a different number for every one of them except for triple zeros. So with Pick 3 at a glance, we can track the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pairs, and the single digit numbers positioning, all at a glance with Pick 3 at a glance strategy. All right? All the systems are strategies or algorithms, okay, to try and find the winning numbers that are most likely to come up. All right? Algorithm or strategies, we're all the same. You got the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, flips, and the grids, and the mirror. And all the algorithm is a recipe to achieve, or directions to achieve a particular result. Okay? Like baking a cake is just a recipe to have a certain outcome, and that is to make a cake. That's all the strategies are. And with the Pick 3 at a glance, at the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, and the mirrors, that's what we are. And there's many a recipe out there. But with being able to track all 1,000 numbers at a glance, I say we the fours. And the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, and the flips, the trees. Because you can't see everything that's going on with all the numbers at a glance. So what we have here is going to be the daily predictions, all right, and strategies. And one thing you have to know is that the lottery is not set up for you to win, but for you to lose. Because if you have 1,000 numbers and 1,000 odds of winning, if you took 365 days in a year and you played a different number every day through that year, you're still going to have 635 numbers you ain't going to touch. You ain't going to tic-tac-toe your way, date sum your way, grid your way, flip your way, or do the multiple different rundowns your way to those 635 numbers, and you ain't gonna pick 3 at a glance your way to it. The best way you're gonna do is to track the actual 1,000 numbers, tracking the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pairs, and the daily positioning and the single positioning numbers, all at a glance. You won't have to ever guess another number or figure out or go nowhere to get another number if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and using that to your advantage. You won't even have to use me to figure out a number in your state. All the numbers rotate different in all states. Midday numbers rotate different from evening numbers. Evening numbers rotate different from midday numbers. But if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, I don't care where you at, you're going to be able to see what's actually going on with the numbers and not guessing. You're going to see that it can take 127 days for a pair number to show up. You're going to see how these numbers are actually rotating and how it's not feasible to really hit those numbers the next day. Okay, so that's what the Pick 3 at a glance system is all about, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, which I call the forest, where you can see how the true system works. Okay, so this is the prediction and daily strategies. All right. And if you don't know why you playing the number, don't play it. And the only way you're going to know why you playing the number is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers each and every day. If you're a daily player like myself, even if you if you play on a pretty much regular basis, you need to know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers every day. Even with the 635 that you can't hit. You still gonna need to know. It's to your advantage to know what's going on with them and use the law of average by tracking them down and marking off the numbers as they come and seeing what numbers are left and how long it takes to hit certain numbers, single digit numbers or single pairs or front pairs or back pairs and the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay? So here in Missouri, do Missouri evening draw. I'm state specific for Missouri evening only. I only do evening, no middays. I could do the same thing here on middays and have the same outcome because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what's going on with them at all times. And it only takes about 10 minutes with the pick 3 at a glance system. All right. Reason why I'm playing this 160, it's 076, and it's 574 is because it hasn't failed like this in Missouri for 15 years on evening. When I seen that, I put that to my bucket list because as we eliminating numbers, whatever numbers are left, you're building a bucket system with. So in 2021, as I was tracking the numbers, I realized that this 160, this 076, this is 574. Hadn't hit like this. And then also in evenings of last year, it didn't come in any combination like that. And that's how I've been setting up to play these numbers for 30 years. So when I find something like that, I put it on my bucket list to play the next year. And it's worked for me. I've hit the 160, the 076, and the 574 in the different combinations that they came and did pretty good with it. But I haven't hit it like this. And I'll carry these all the way over to next year because if I'm a daily player, I'm going to definitely have numbers to hang my hat on. It's not a matter at that time of what I'm losing, but over time, I'll hit more than I've lost. Because for $1 straight ticket is $600 in Missouri. So if I play it 5 times straight, was that $3,000? And I guarantee you I ain't putting no $3,000 in none of these numbers. I guarantee you that. But that's how I play. So here, and then I know how to load up on numbers. I wait till my numbers hit, and then I go to my bucket list and reinvest into the same numbers that I'm playing over time. It's not I don't look at the losses because I'm playing every day. I guess with me, if whatever vice you have, if you don't drink or you don't smoke or you don't do whatever, then that's kind of what I use for playing pick 3. And whatever you can cut back on, but play responsibly. You don't want to get yourself in a bind where you can't think straight because you done overplayed or overspent your money. I make playing pick 3 fun. And I can do that because I've made a game out of it because I can check the actual 1,000 numbers every day to see what they're doing and not guess what numbers to play because my eyes on all 1,000 numbers. I've made a game out of it. So it's fun with me to play and win. And even if I lose, I ain't worried about it because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Sooner or later, I know by law average pretty much what number's going to come my way. Here, everything in red, we've hit. Me and other subscribers have hit. Okay? I got testimonials where people have hit. I got quite a number of tickets, but I ain't showing all my tickets that I win off of. That's pretty much my own business. But I'm showing the tickets I've won off of. But I'm telling you, I was a much better player when I started tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Instead of, and you, I'm pretty sure you will be too, because you won't have to go to anybody to know what's going on with any number as long as they playing 1,000 numbers. All right? I specialize in this. I don't specialize in pick 4 or nothing above because I figure that's all it's definitely luck. But I can actually track these numbers because one thing, you got 1 in 1,000 odds. That's going to never change. And these numbers happen to rotate by the law of average. It's never going to change. And if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you can see it. And you're going to actually see how those numbers are working in your city and state, anywhere on the moon where they plan 1,000 numbers with Pick 3 at a glance. Okay? Now, same here, like I say, tracking the front pairs and the back pairs. And there's only one number left. That's the 24 on the back. Missouri evening draw for the whole year. By tracking, I've never seen where there's only one number. It's usually 12 or 13 of these numbers left about this time of year. Okay? Same way here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers left on the front. One minute here. You got 5 numbers on the front pair left. They ate the numbers up real good this year, which worked out real well for me. Yeah, but anyway, and by tracking the front pair and back pair, I always know what pairs are left. I always know what single pairs are left. I always know what single digits are left and what positions they're in. All at a glance. I got 4 little sheets you make up that you can do longhand. You ain't got to do nothing special. You can start the day tracking and following me and seeing how your numbers are running in your state. If you're a daily player. And if you play periodically, make a game out of learning Pick 3 with this system. Just make a game out of it. You'll see how these numbers actually rotate, how they actually fall. Right now, I know that 4 in Missouri on the back end ain't played in about 60 days. So if you're playing a number with a 4 on the back, it ain't hit in 60 days. You'll know that at a glance, with Pick 3 at a glance. Okay? All right? I'm just telling you. It makes a whole different game in your playing. It's a new game. Here, like I said, everything in red has came out. And some of them twice. And I left them up here because these numbers, everything here only hit once. Hadn't hit for the year, pretty much. And I started tracking from October, November, and December. They hadn't hit. But I know by law of average, they'll come back. And I already had the 148 to come twice, the 678 come twice, the 461 come twice. All right. And did I hit them? Yes, I've hit them. I got tickets to show on my channel that I've hit. Okay. 888s. Yep, I hit those too, but I don't show out what I'm doing and everything. I'm just giving this to people that want to see what's going on, really. 888s. I show where I won some 8s. Also, I show where I won 8s on the back pair because tracking all the way down to the year, I realized 8s hadn't failed and no 8 had failed on the back, just like no 24 had failed on the back. The 38 we just hit with the 438 on the back, all by tracking the numbers. You're not playing in the dark. You're playing in the light, okay? Everything in red. Then you can strategize better if you know what numbers haven't failed, or what front pair, back pair hadn't failed, or what single digit number haven't failed. That's what the forests look like. That's what the forests look like, okay? Now, these numbers here, all at a glance, I know what number and its opposite, or mirror, or sister they call it, haven't failed, all at a glance. Every day I can keep track of what number and its mirror haven't failed. And I don't play mirror numbers just to play a number because if I'm going to play this 4, 5, 6, I'm going to play its opposite just to play it. I'll wait till I track down the numbers. When it get near the end of the year, if a number and its mirror ain't failed, those are the numbers I play. Then I play the mirror or its opposite or sister, whatever you want to call it. But I usually call it opposite of mirror. It kind of makes common sense there. So that's what I do. Now here, this was the single. We just hit the 901. Law of average. Working with the law of average. Then here's the mirrors for the doubles that's left. I ain't guessing these numbers. I know these numbers ain't played, and I know these numbers I can play. The 233, the 788, the 225, the 770. They mirrors and opposite each other. They ain't came out yet. That's how I make my numbers up. Same here with these doubles here. They haven't failed. With the 800 failed. Everything I say in red has hit. Okay. But I'm leaving it up because I was leaving all these numbers up to the end of the year for the simple fact I used to erase the numbers as they came in and won, but I realized by showing this video and looking at my videos that people really wouldn't know what was going on if I was taking off all the winning numbers, which didn't make sense. So I say, let me leave the winning numbers up so they can relate to what I'm talking about possibly a little better by tracking your actual 1,000 numbers and looking at the fours and not at the trees. And guessing, even if you hit a number and win a number, you don't even know where to go get your next number from if you're not tracking all 1,000 numbers. All right. Then here, you can make an educated guess. Like these two here, like the twos. Now I know that with my data, I would match the 22, the 2-2 and the 2-4 up and play 2-2-4 if I'm looking for a number to put on my bucket list. This is some strategizing. Like here, before the 2, I got this up here because the 2A hadn't failed and the AA hadn't failed on the back, but it came with the triple A's. But if I was looking for a number to play by low average, I'll play the 2AA because they made up. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. For the year, the 2-2 has only failed on the front on Missouri evening draw once as 2-2-3, which I had up here. That's the way it came. And then it only hit on the back once at 6-2-2. Okay? Now, next year, what I'm going to be adding, playing is 2-2 on the front, 2-2 on the back, and triple twos. But I won't be playing them all year. I'll look for it then at the end of the year. If triple twos don't show up, or this 2-2 front, I'm telling you, if the 2-2 front next year or 2-2 back don't fall all next year, I ain't got to guess what twos I'm going to be playing and how I'm going to play them. You ain't got to guess. Because that's because you're looking at the forests and not at the trees. Same way here with this 288 and this 88. I'll watch it. Okay? Now, here with this here, these numbers here that I lined up here is in the up here. All right. Excuse my phone. I thought I had it off, but it's on. But they'll call me back if it's important. But right now I'm making this video. Okay. So here I matched them up. The same numbers are here. Because I know by the end of the year, if I got 3 numbers with pairs that hadn't failed, the likelihood of them coming out is great by low average. So I lined them up. I lined up the pairs of 9-0 here, 9-0 here. I lined it up with those. It was 3 of them. We hit the 903. The 01 here, I lined it up with the 01. And we hit 2 of them, like I said. And I hit this 016 for quite a bit because you see that's one of my daily care numbers. And I ain't, what I hit it for, believe me, I ain't invested in it what I hit for. Believe me, okay? But I played it as 016 also because it hadn't been in. And it just came in this year. And I'm looking for this 160 to come back. And it could come back in the next 2 days. That's how it works. When you start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you'll see how it works. And then here now, beginner players, if you're a first-time viewer and you're from Missouri or you're playing online, which is the way of the future, and it's going to be more, to me, in the way of the future, it's going to be more people that's going to start specializing in their own states with predicting numbers instead of predicting numbers for all the states. Believe me, that's the way of the future with online betting. So this 682, this 683, and this 468, they pairs, and it hasn't came in yet. So when I hit like I want or add, and I play responsibly, just because I won decent enough money, I don't just splurge my money playing anything. I'll just wait them out. I'll add this to my bucket list. Add this to play. And, you can play it 50 cents. Whatever your purse is, you can play it for. Okay? Same way here with the 1-5. The pair, 1-5, 1-5, 1-5. We hit the 5-7-1, the 8-1-5, just from lining up and knowing what numbers hadn't played and what pairs haven't played. Here with the 5-9, I did the same thing. We hit the 9-1-5. Okay, it's here too, but it just same numbers, but I lined them up where your chances of hitting them greater. Same here. This is how I hit the triple eights. We had 4 of them left. Like I said, normally when you get to 3 this time of year, I line them up so I can see what's going on with them. We had 4 left here. I seen the triple eights hadn't failed, and I seen the triple eights hadn't failed on the back end. So I said, okay, I'm gonna roll with the triple eights. And I triple eights, and I realized that the 3-3 and the 8-8 pair that mirror each other, pairs that mirror each other, hadn't failed in like 60 days. I said, okay, the 3s and 8s got to be the triples that's going to fall out. But like I say, I don't play triples all year. If I play triples anytime, it's going to be in December and possibly maybe January. Because if a triple don't come all year up to December, by law of average, you normally get 3 triples out a year. That's why I really don't play them. And they can only come one way. So I don't really invest in triples. Most of my investment is in doubles and straights. Doubles is the next less likely chance to hit, and straights are your best chance because they can come 6 different ways. Doubles with only 2 numbers can come only 3 different ways. That's why it's imperative that you track. And so, no, I don't do triples because it's too hard to hit. Too hard to hit. Because last year, like I say, 2021, I can track everything at a glance. Only 2 triples came.